എങ്ങനെ ഉപയോഗിക്കാം, നഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്ന അധ്യയന ദിവസങ്ങളെ എങ്ങനെ ഫലപ്രദമായി സമന്വയിപ്പിക്കാം എന്ന ചിന്തകൾക്കുള്ള ഉത്തരമാണ് ഉന്നത വിദ്യാഭ്യാസ വകുപ്പും അസാപ്പും നടത്തിവരുന്ന ഈ ഓൺലൈൻ ക്ലാസ്. I would like to welcome all the participants to the online session dedicated to 4th semester engineering students of Computer Science Department. Today's session is on the topic AWT and Swing Programming of Module 5, and the session will be handled by Sri Srijit S. He is currently working as Assistant Professor at LBS Institute of Technology for Women, Trivandrum. He has completed his BTech in Information Technology and MTech in Computer and Communication Engineering. Currently pursuing PhD in Evolutionary and Bio-Inspired Algorithm in College of Engineering, Chennai. He is having a teaching experience of more than 15 years. On behalf of ASAP, I welcome you, sir, to deliver today's session. On this note, I would like to welcome all the attendees, and here are the guidelines of today's session. The entire session will be divided into 2 continuous sessions. Each will be of 20 minutes lecture and 10 minutes of question and answer interaction. During the interaction time, students may use the question and answer chat window. Please note, question and answer chat window by clicking the raise hand icon near to your name. All the students are requested to maintain a classroom decorum throughout your session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Parvati. Last class, we discussed about applets and event handling. So, as you all are aware, applets are programs that are embedded into web page, and it is primarily used for internet compute. So, you may be wondering whether there are any standalone programs available in Java using which we can create GUIs. I told you applets are not standalone programs. We need a web browser to execute applet programs. But using AWT and Swing programming, we can create pure or native Java programs to create GUIs and to perform event handling. So standalone programs can also be created in Java. To start with AWT. AWT stands for Abstract Window Toolkit, or we call it as Abstract Windowing Toolkit. So AWT is an API to develop GUI or window-based applications. GUI stands for Graphical User Interface. You know what is an API? API is Application Programming Interface. Generally, API is a collection of classes, associated interfaces, and methods. So Java AWT is basically an API to develop GUI or window-based applications. The next point is Java AWT components are platform dependent. Mind you, listen to that term, they are platform dependent. Generally, we learn Java is a platform independent programming language. But as far as GUI development is concerned, Java AWT components are platform dependent. That is, the components are displayed according to the view of operating system. Say, for example, if you are working on Linux, the window that you create, suppose a GUI that you create in Linux platform will look like Linux GUI, and the one which you create in Windows platform will look like a Windows GUI. Okay, so there is some communication taking place between the Java program and the native operating system. So that is the next point is a continuation of that point. AWT is a heavyweight component. Heavyweight stands for the meaning is the components are using the resources of the underlying operating system. So the point is AWT components are platform dependent, and for the same reason we call those components as heavyweight components, because the components of AWT are having a communication with the underlying resources of the native operating system. Next. There are two things that you have to remember while programming AWT. One is components and other is containers. The last class we have seen many components like text field, button, label, etc. In addition to that, a lot of other components were mentioned in the last class, like text area, checkbox group, choice, list, etc. For example, when you are trying to register into a new email ID or something, you will be having a form where you will come across all these components: label, text field, button, text area, checkbox, etc. So all these things are called as components. To place these components, I need a container. So AWT provide some containers. Example for containers are window, frame, panel, canvas, etc. Throughout this presentation, we will be using the container frame. So there are these, each container will have its own unique properties. So frame is one of the container. So make sure that before adding the components that make up a user interface, the programmer must first create a container. So in our case, in this presentation, we are using frame as the container. So we will be first creating the frame, and then we will be placing all the components in the frame. So there are two methods to create a frame. First one is by extending the frame class, and second one is by creating the object of frame class. The first method, we can call it as an inheritance. By you know that the extending keyword is used for inheritance in Java. So there is a built-in class called frame in the package java.awt. So simply by extending the frame class, I can create a frame, or I can create the object of the frame class by using the new keyword frame f is equal to new frame. We can create it by creating the object of frame class also. That method is called as association. So what is the objective of creating a frame? First, I need a container to place all the components. Okay, so applet was a container. Similar, but applet was a container, but the applet program was not standalone. We needed an applet viewer to run the applet program. We needed an applet viewer or a browser. Whereas today we are discussing about standalone Java programs using which we can create GUIs and we can perform event handling. So coming to AWT, we have two things: containers and components. So to place the components, I need a container. So frame is an example for container. So two ways of creating a frame I have discussed: one by extending the frame class and other by creating the object of frame class. There are many methods in frame class, but some methods we need to take care of compulsorily. These methods are compulsory in the sense, if you want to view that frame, there will not be any compiler error, but if you want to view the output, we have to set certain components. One is public void set size. That is, the size of the frame should be mentioned. Just like in applet we gave it in as the attributes of the applet tag. Applet code is equal to something, then height is equal to value, width is equal to value. Similarly, here inside the constructor, I need to mention the size component. Then I need to, of course, I need to add all the components. So after all the components created, I can add those components. Then I need to set a layout. Layout means where to place those components. See, I have 5 components. I have to find out, I have to specify the size where I need to place the component. There are many built-in layouts available in Java, like flow layout, card layout, grid bag layout, and even we can set the layout to null also. If we set the layout to null, we have to manually place the components by using a function called set bounds. Set bound stands for set boundaries. For example, text box means I have to mention the boundaries. Starting from 10, 10, I have to place the, like that. I have to explicitly mention the boundaries. So either I have to select a layout or I can mention it as null so that I can place the components manually. So in this throughout this session, mostly we will be using a flow layout manager. Flow layout manager means the first component will be added, the second component will be added on the right side of the first component. Until space permits, it will be added on the right hand side. Okay, if there is no space on the right hand side, it will be placed on the bottom. A simple layout will be following throughout. Next function is set visible. Set visible stands for the default value is false. So we have to explicitly mention set visible as true. Okay. See the functions, you can, if we see the functions, the second major letter will be all capital. You may be knowing that this is the core Java concept. Whenever there are built-in functions in Java, the functions will be looking like this. Set size, second S will be capital. Set layout, see the major L will be kept, second major letter will be capital. Set visible, second major letter will be capital. Okay. Now we can see an example how we can create a frame by inheritance. Better, I think we'll go for the program. This is a simple program. I have avoided any combo. I didn't include any components in this particular program. There is only the container window. See, import java.awt.star, import java.awt.event.star. After the last class, I got some queries regarding whether we need to import java.awt.event if I have included java.awt.star. Thing is, it's all about package hierarchy. When we are importing java.awt.star, I am importing only the classes and interfaces which are inside the AWT folder. Inside the AWT folder, there is another folder called event. Inside that event folder, there are some classes and interfaces. If you want to include that, I should import both. So here comes our first program. See, class frame 1. This is creating frame through inheritance. Class frame 1 extends frame. Okay. So frame is again a built-in class which is defined in java.awt.star. Okay. So class frame 1. Frame 1 is the name of our class. Extends frame. So I am declaring a constructor. Public frame 1. Inside that, see the three things I told we have to compulsorily write. Set size 300, 300. So the initial size of the window will be 300, 300. Set layout. We have to specify it. Since there are no components in this program, I have put it as null. Set layout of null. Set visibility should be there, true. Then public static void main string r. I am creating the object of this class. Frame 1 f is equal to new frame. Remember, we can actually write this main method in another class also. If you want to separate, modularizing is very important. If you want to keep it as a separate entity, then you can write the first class frame 1 separately and you can use another class to incorporate the main method. Okay. You can write it in two separate files also, or you can write in a same file with two class names also, or you can write like this also. Okay. Now let's compile this program. The name of the program is frame 1 Java C frame 1.java. So there are no errors. The class file is created. Java frame 1. A 300 by 300 window is created. Of course, we can maximize it. So a 300 by 300 window is a frame is created with no components into it. There are no components added into this. Okay, I'll show you the program where we add components. Now there are no components, but there is a problem. There is an inherent problem in this frame. The thing is, I cannot close this window. See, this window will not be closed. See, last time when we were working with Applet, this window will be closed because that window belonged to the browser or that window belonged to the Applet viewer. But this is a pure Java program. This frame consists of these buttons, but this close button will not work. Okay, only this minimize and maximize will work. There is no, this close button will not work. So if I want to close this window, I have to write the code for it. Okay, I have to opt for window listener. For the time being, we have no other option. We have to close the compiler. So I have to again take it. So next thing. So this is one method. Okay. Now we see the second method. That is by association. See the difference. Class frame 2 is there, then public frame 2. Okay. Class frame 2 is not extending any class. But inside the constructor, I am writing frame f is equal to new frame. An object of the class is created. Object of the frame class is created. Then set size. But remember, when we use this method, we have to explicitly write f dot set size. Okay. There it is implicit. It is understood. Set size belongs to frame. Here I have to write f dot set size, f dot set layout, f dot set visible. If you want to see the previous program, I'll show you. See, first program, class frame1 extends frame. The set size, and it is implicitly understood that this set size all belongs to the frame class. Here we are not extending the frame. Instead, we are creating the object of the frame class. So I have to explicitly mention f dot set size, f dot set layout, f dot set visible. Finally, see, I am creating the object of the class, which contains all these things. See, frame2 f is equal to new frame2. Okay. So to run this thing, I think is I have to take the compiler once again, because last time I have to close the thing. I'm using Java 1.8 JDK. It's open JDK. You can actually download Open JDK also. I'm using Open JDK of Red Hat. You can download from Oracle also. All my programs are actually saved in the ASAP folder. So I need to first go to that folder. Okay. So this is temporary path setting. Path is equal to. Again, I need to compile Java C. The program name is frame2 dot Java. Okay. So again, Java frame2. Of course, you will see the same output and with the same problem, because I cannot close the window, because I didn't write code for closing the frame. So same problem, I have to repeat it again. Okay. So these are the two programs. Okay. So in this PPT, I have just added two components also. Same program, you can see class frame check extends frame. I have added two components. Text field T is equal to new text field and button B is equal to new button. Okay. Then inside the constructor, set size, set visible, set layout. Now here I have used a flow layout. Set layout, new flow layout. Okay. Flow layout means in the available space, the first component will be placed on the left side, second component on the right hand side. Till space is there on the right hand side, it will be placing the components on the right hand side. If there is no space, the next component will be placed in the next line. Okay. So add T, add B, two components I have added. There is no event handling in this thing. Add T, add B. Again, main method, I have created the object. Same thing with two components. Again, this is frame by association. See, you can see the difference. Here there is extends frame. Here there is no extends frame. Instead, I am creating frame f is equal to new frame. So here I have written it in the reference is made here and the object is created inside. You can do it both ways, no problem. Now, last class we already discussed about event. You know what is event handling? Event is change in the state of an object is known as event. That is, event describes the change in the state of the source. Clicking a button is an event. Users are generated as a result of user interaction with the graphical user interface components. Okay, so any change in the state of an object is known as event. So example is clicking on a button, moving a mouse, entering a character through keyboard, selecting an item from the list, scrolling the page. These are all activities that can trigger an event. So in the last class again we discussed.
So we have a question.
Okay.
In the inheritance program, how can we close the window by using close tab?
Actually, we cannot close the program. I cannot close it.
The question is from Angel Vishaji.
Okay, actually, I cannot close that window because I didn't write the code for closing the window. The window created using that program cannot be closed. I have no option. I just simply closed the compiler. I closed the compiler and automatically that window is closed. So how to properly close it is through event handling. That I will explain it shortly. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine. So again, we're coming to that question actually. So the applet session, we were dealing with the delegation event model. Okay, there are two participants. One is source. Source is the object on which the event occurs. So source is responsible for providing information of the occurred event. What is an occurred event? Just clicking of a button is an occurred event to its handler. So every event will have a corresponding handler. So a component that is not added with an action listener will not be monitored for clicking. For example, if it's a button, if a button is not added with an action listener, then that button will not be monitored for an action. So similarly, source is an object on which the event occurs, and source is responsible for providing information of the occurred event to its handler. Okay, so there are Java provides us with classes for the source object. For example, text field, button are all sources. So listener is also known as an event handler. The listener is responsible for generating a response to an event. So an event, whenever a event happens, there should be some response. So if there is no response, then there is no meaning of event handling. Okay, we click a button so that we expect something to happen. Okay, so from the point of view of Java implementation, the listener is also an object. The listener waits till it receives an event. So once an event is received, the listener processes the event and then returns. Okay. So example for a listener, it is action listener. Last class we learned about action listener, which is responsible for handling the click event of a button. If you click a button, an event is triggered, and it is the responsibility of the action listener interface to handle, to give a response. Okay. Now coming to the question. Okay, somebody has asked a question regarding how to close that window properly. Okay. We closed it not in a proper way. We are simply closing the compiler. When the compiler is closed, automatically that corresponding executed file is closed. Now, to properly close a frame, I need a window listener interface. Again, the last class we learned about some interfaces. So what is the property of an interface? The property of an interface is, if I am implementing an interface, all methods which are declared in that interface should be compulsorily overridden. Okay, all the methods that are declared inside an interface should be compulsorily overridden. And you know that in an action listener interface, there is only one method, which is public void action performed. Okay, so we need to compulsorily override that method. Whether we are going to use it or not, it is not a matter. I have to compulsorily override. Either you should have a empty definition. It should be compulsorily defined. Okay. So the Java window listener is notified when you change the state of the window, when it is minimized, maximized. So it is notified against window event. The window interface is found in java.awt.event package. So there are 7 methods: window activated, window closing, window closed, window deactivated, window de-iconified, window iconified, and window opened. Okay. It would have been better if activated is and deactivated were written together. Okay. Anyway, window closed, closing, activated, deactivated, iconified, de-iconified, then window opened. These are some of the methods, not some of the methods. These are the methods which are defined, which are declared in the window listener interface. So if I want to do something with window listener, I have to compulsorily override all these methods which are declared inside the window listener interface. So let us see an example. The public class window example. Extends frame. Okay, extends frame. Implements window listener. Okay. So event handling means there is a source as well as listener. So extends frame implements listener. Okay. Implements window listener. So public window example, that is the constructor. We have to set size, set layout, set visible, must. Then I have to add window listener of this also. Last class we have seen add action listener of this. Similarly, add window listener of this. You know why this keyword is used? Because the parameter of add window listener method should be an object of the class which implements the window listener interface. See, listen carefully. The parameter of the add window listener method is the object of the class which implements window listener interface. So in order to refer to the object of the same class, we use this keyword in Java. Okay. So this is an example, but this is not complete because window listener is there, add window listener is there. So I have to I have to implement all the methods which are declared in the window listener interface. See, here it goes, all the 7 methods. I'm simply giving a system.print except on public void window closing. In window closing, I am writing dispose. Dispose means I can close the window. You can either use dispose or we can use system.exit of 0. Any method you can either go for dispose function or we can use system.exit. Okay, this is inside frame and other one is inside system class. So you can either go for system.exit or you can dispose. So all the functions, either you have to give empty definitions or we can write something inside. I have simply written system.print activated like that. Okay. Now we'll see the program. Thing is, last time also I have to close the compiler. So again I have to go to the folder. Frame event. Frame event is the program. Okay, let's see the program. This is frame event. It's slightly different from the one that I showed. This is, see, the name of the class is different. Class frame event extends. Sorry. Frame listener. Class frame listener extends frame, implements window listener, public frame listener. Okay. Inside that, set size, set layout, set visible, and then add window listener of this. Then followed by the 7th function. Only useful thing that I have written here is, see, inside public void window closing. When I click the close button, system.exit, it should be, that window should close. For that, I can use 2 functions. I can either use dispose or I can use system.exit 0. This is a command to the operating system. That is why this parameter 0 is there. System.exit 0. Okay. All other I have written to see what is happening. Finally, after defining all the built-in method, all the methods which are declared inside the interface, I have to write public static void main string args. Inside that, the object of this particular class, frame listener, f is equal to new frame listener. Okay, let's see how this program runs. The name of the program is frame listener. So Java C frame listener dot, I didn't get the path. Java C frame listener dot Java. Okay, there is no errors, so the corresponding class file is created. See how I am running the program. There is no need of a applet viewer. This is a pure Java program. The same window, but only difference is you can see the command prompt. See, window is activated. Now it is deactivated. See the messages which are printing: activated, deactivated. Again, see, activated, iconified, minimized, minimized, also deactivated. See, again activated. Simply clicking outside is deactivated. Again activated. Minimizing is iconified followed by deactivated. Again activated. When I maximize, it is de-iconified. De-iconified followed by activated followed by deactivated. Okay. Again minimized. De-iconified, activated, deactivated, activated. Okay. Anyway, and when I close this properly, that window is closed. Okay. Fine, because I didn't write system dot 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 print closed. That is why closed is not printing. Okay, but the window is closed. Okay, in the program. When I close the window, it is properly closed. There is no need of closing the compiler or anything. Okay, closing the compiler is we are abruptly stopping the program. Okay, now it is properly stopped. Okay, so again, when you see this program, all of us will think that okay, this is very difficult to program because I need to by heart all the 7 methods which are declared inside an interface. Similarly, there are many listeners, mouse listener, key listener, focus listener, there are many listeners. So by hearting all these things is practically not possible. So there is some solution for this thing. For that, Java provides adapter classes. Adapter classes provide default implementation of listener interfaces. If you inherit the adapter class, you will not be forced to provide the implementation of all the methods of listener interface. So it saves code. So unnecessarily including code, we can escape from that by using Java adapter clause. Java adapter classes means they provide the default implementation of listener interfaces. Okay. So what is the problem in our hand when we want to implement a window listener interface? I have to define all the 7 methods which are declared inside the interface. Although I want to use only one, I have to unnecessarily define other 6 also. So if you inherit the adapter class, you will not be forced to provide the implementation of all the methods. Okay. See some of the popular adapter classes. For window adapter, there is, so for window listener, there is window adapter. For key listener, there is key adapter. For mouse listener, mouse adapter. For mouse motion listener, there is mouse motion adapter. For focus listener, there is focus adapter. So if I ask you one question, there is no adapter class for action listener. Why? Why there is no adapter class for action listener? I hope somebody will answer at the end. There is no adapter class for action listener. Okay. I hope somebody will answer at the end of this, end of the first session or the first topic. Okay. Now let's see an example for window adapter. Okay. See how it works. Or straight away we'll go to the program. Frame adapter. So while using window adapter class, you have to make sure that you are creating the frame using association method, not by inheritance method. Okay, you know that there are 2 methods, there are 2 techniques or 2 ways using which I can create a frame. One is by extending the frame class, another is by creating an object of the frame class. Okay, you can use either method. But if you are using an adapter class, window adapter class, you cannot create a frame by extending the frame class. Why? The answer is Java does not support multiple inheritance is not supported. Here I want to extend frame, also I wanted to extend window adapter. So you cannot write class frame adapter extends frame comma window adapter is not possible. Okay, only one class we can extend. Okay, so I need to follow the second method of following the association method by creating the object of the frame class. So class frame adapter extends only window adapter. Frame adapter, this is the name of our class frame adapter extends. Don't get confused with these names, these are user defined. I simply gave this name. Class frame adapter extends window adapter is the built-in class. Okay, extends window adapter. Then the constructor. Inside the constructor, frame f is equal to new frame. Frame f is equal to new frame, f dot set size, f dot set layout, f dot set visible, f dot add window listener. Add window listener is there. Public void window closing, only the necessary function I have overridden. So public void window closing, window event e, system dot exit. Okay. Public static void main string args. Inside that I have created the object frame adapter f is equal to new frame adapter. Okay. Now let's see the output. The name is frame adapter. So Java C frame adapter dot no errors. So Java frame adapter. Okay. I can close the program. Okay. So now I can close the window. There is no need of writing all the 7 methods also. Okay. I can override only the method that I need with the help of with the help of a class called window adapter. So there are classes called adapter classes which help us to reduce the lines of code. Okay. So we know that if we are implementing an interface, all the functions inside that interface should be compulsorily overridden. Okay, that remains. That is a rule that has to be compulsorily followed in Java. But these are classes, not interface. Okay, these are adapter classes, Java adapter classes. So Java adapter, they are not interface, they are classes. So if you are using the adapter classes, we can write only the implementation of the method that we want, and we can leave out others. Okay, make sure that when you create a frame, you have to follow the association method, not the inheritance method, because multiple inheritance directly is not supported in Java. You are not supposed to extend 2 classes at the same time. Okay. Now again, there is a frame with event handling. There is no need for explanation because time is running out. I will show you the program directly. The frame event. This is frame event. Let's see the program. Frame event extends window adapter, implements action listener. Okay. Constructor, everything. See, added TT and B are added only for B, because on text box I'm not going to click. Only on B I'm going to click. So B should be monitored for events. So B dot add action listener of this. See, extends window adapter, implements action listener. Okay. B dot add action listener of this. Public void window closing system dot exit. So when I click the button, G dot set text, hello ASAP, welcome. Okay. Of course, I'll show you the program. What's the name of the class is frame event. So Java C frame event dot Java. Java. See, these are all tested programs. When you try it for the first times, there will be a lot of errors. You should learn how to correct the errors. You should be familiar with the syntax and the what are all things that you need to import compulsorily and all. Okay, Java frame event. There is a text box and button. Okay, there's a text box and button. I have used flow layout. So the first thing is text box is kept on the left hand side. On the right hand side, there is a small space to accommodate the button. So text box and button is there. When I click OK, the hello ASAP is printing. Okay. So when I click OK, hello ASAP is coming. Fine. So this is all about event handling using AWT. Okay. Next, before going to swing, I would like to know if there are any doubts, and I expect somebody to answer that question. Why there is no adapter class for action listener? I hope somebody has answered. Parvati?
Sir, our answer is only one method in action listener.
Yeah, correct. Who has answered that question?
Has given the answer. B Meenakshi.
Okay. Meenakshi, okay. The answer is correct, because in action listener interface there is only one method. Okay. We are using adapter class to reduce the effort of coding. So inside action listener there is only one method, and anyway we have to write that method. So there is no class. Okay.
Okay, sir. We have two questions here. Can we?
Okay.
So the question is from Haridev. Why there is a main bracket open bracket close in the program? Applets doesn't need it. Applets and frames are containers.
Yeah. But applets are not standalone programs. We are not the Java interpreter is not directly executing the applet program. Applet is executed by a browser. See, the compilation is same. Compilation is done by the Java compiler. But the interpretation, see, Java is compiled and interpreted. The compilation is the same. But an applet program is executed by a web browser. Okay, so there is no need of a main method. This is a pure Java program, a standalone Java program, which is run by a Java interpreter or JVM. Directly interprets this class file. So it should, the program should have a main method.
Okay, sir. There is another question from Shyam Krishnan. Action listener interface has only one method, action performed. It has to be defined so as to the event to occur. So there is no need to default implementation for the action.
That is the answer for my question,
Okay, sir.
actually.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, fine. Correct, correct. Sam, you are absolutely correct. Okay, next.
Okay, sir. This much only. We can continue
Fine.
the session.
Now, Java Swing. So Java Swing is a part of Java Foundation classes, which was designed for enabling large-scale enterprise development of Java applications. Okay, it is a set of extensible GUI components to ease the developer's life to create Java-based front-end or GUI applications. Okay, don't get confused with these explanations. If I say in simple words, it is an advanced version of AWT. It's an extended or advanced version of AWT where the look and feel will be absolutely different. You can have a unique look and feel if you program it using Java Swing. If you program using Java Swing, the look and feel will be unique. Okay. So it is built on the top of the AWT API. These are all technical things. As far as the Java developers are concerned, they have built it on the top of the AWT API. It acts as a replacement for AWT API. Okay, since almost every control, it has almost every control corresponding to the AWT controls. Okay, so basically you need to understand only one thing: Swing. The name Swing has no expansion or anything. It's simply a name, Swing. Okay. So Swing is a part of Java Foundation classes. It is an extended or enhanced version of AWT where you will get more look and feel. So if you see the different exam point of view, these things may be important. Again, what is the difference between AWT and Swing? Exam point of view and also an interview point of view. And sometimes they ask when you talk about AWT and Swing, you may get this question. See, remember one thing: when you are coding, when you are doing Java programs, or when you are doing projects using Eclipse or NetBeans, you may not need to write all these things. You will have drag and drop features. You can directly drag and drop these things. There is no need to hand code all these things. But to debug, in order to debug properly, hand coding is the best thing. So my advice is, when if you are trying to experiment with these programs, when you are trying to do these programs in your home, please make sure that you are doing the hand coding. Don't directly download the Eclipse with JDK option and all. Okay, they are very user friendly. If you just, when you press dot functions, all the dot key, all the methods will be displayed. You can easily select one. Okay, that will not help you in learning. Okay, after learning the Java using hand coding, when you go to your project time, you can actually directly use those tools like Eclipse and NetBeans. So better thing is always go for hand coding, which will help you very much in debugging the programs. Okay. So the difference between Swing and AWT components, as I already mentioned, they are platform dependent. That is, the look and feel of components depend on the operating system. Okay, the look and feel of the components will depend on operating system. They are heavyweight components. Already I told you heavyweight, how the Oracle people define heavyweight. This they have any component which have a lot of communication with the underlying operating system. Those components are called as heavyweight. They does not have a pluggable look and feel. Okay, they do not have a unique look and feel. If you do it on Linux, your GUI will look like the Linux GUI. If you are executing the program on Macintosh, your GUI will have that Mac look and feel. Okay. So less number of components. That is only comparatively less number of components does not mean that it only have very countable number of components. There's many number of components, but Compared to Swing, it has less number of components. Then it does not support MVC architecture, model view controller architecture. I don't know whether at this stage you will understand what is model view controller architecture. Anyway, it is actually an architectural pattern that separates a program, separates any application into three main logical components. One is model, another is view, and another is controller. Model means it is a state information associated with a component. View is how the component is displayed in the screen. And controller is how it determines how the component reacts to the user. Okay. See, basically the thing is we need to separate the code into different parts. Easy for debugging and model, view, controller. We call it as three-tier architecture. Okay. We are not writing everything together, but model, view, controller different. But in this session, you need to bother much about MVC architecture because these are all MVC architecture is the internal architecture of Swing. How Swing is implemented by the founders of Java, how they have written it. Okay, so it does not support MVC architecture, whereas Swing supports MVC architecture, model view controller architecture. Okay, the application is divided into three logical units: model, view, and controller. Okay, model represents the state information associated with the component. View is the how the component is displayed in the screen and determines how the component reacts to the user. So coming to Swing, Swings are platform independent. You will get a unique look and feel. That Java look and feel you will get. Okay. Whenever you run a program, you will get that unique Java look and feel, not the Windows or not the Linux look and feel. They are lightweight components. Lightweight components means there is less interaction with the underlying operating system. It supports pluggable look and feel. They have more number of components. It supports MVC architecture, model view controller architecture. Okay. So these are the difference between Swing and AWT. So the first thing that should come to your mind is Swing is an advanced version of AWT with a unique look and feel. Look and feel, that is the word. That is the most important thing as far as a programmer is concerned. The look and feel is totally different. Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, again, this may be useful for your exams. Swing architecture is Swing AP architecture follows loosely based MVC architecture on the following manner. The model represents the, as I mentioned earlier, the model represents the components data. View represents the visual representation of the components data. Controller takes the input from the user on the view and reflects the change in components data. Okay. So Swing component has model as a separate element. View and controller part are clubbed in the user interface element, because of which the Swing has a pluggable look and feel architecture. Okay, that is a reason for the pluggable look and feel architecture. Okay, you may get a question like, what is the reason for the pluggable look and feel architecture, or what is the reason for MVC is? It is actually loosely based MVC. Loosely means not that strict MVC, because Swing component has model as a separate element. View and controller are clubbed in the user interface element. Okay, so please do not bother too much about that, because you will understand these things once you learn more and more courses in your program. In your beta program, you'll be learning more courses, then only you'll understand exactly what is the MVC architecture. You need to learn object-oriented design and all to understand this concept correctly, because basically it's about dividing a application into different components like view, model, view, and controller. So this is again the architecture. Each Swing component contains a model and a delegate. A UA delegate wraps together and model is together. That's why we call it as a loosely made MVC. Okay, loosely based MVC, not a tight MVC. So model is in charge of maintaining information or states of the component. Okay, coming to the thing, Swing components. So you know what is text field, what is a frame. So you just add a capital letter J into it. Even applet we have support for J applet. You see, Swing and applet you can combine. So J frame, J button, J checkbox, J label, J radio button, J password field, J text area. So you add a capital letter J. Okay, you will get a unique look and feel. So as I mentioned in the first slide, there are more components available in Swing components. Some of the examples are J color chooser, J tree, and J table are some of the examples. See, J tree, for example, tree, table, and color chooser are not available in AWT. So these components are available in Swing. Okay, we'll go to the simple Swing program. Swing program. Swing demo. Okay. See. Be careful. Java.awt is there. Java x.swing.star. So two things. Before every component, you need to add a letter called J. J text field. Okay, it as an advanced version. So import, it is not java.swing.star, it is java x.swing.star. Okay, it is Java extended. X stands for Java extended. Java x.swing.star. See, all these packages is nothing but a folder. So there is a folder called Java. Inside that there is a folder AWT. Inside that all the classes and interfaces are written. Okay. So here it is Java x.swing.star. Java x is the name of a folder. Inside that there is a folder Swing. Inside that all the classes and corresponding interfaces are written. So public class Swing demo. The two components I am going to create, a text field and a button. J text field is equal to new text field. J button is equal to new J button. Okay. Then as usual, the constructor public Swing demo. Inside that, I have to create the object of the JFrame class. It's not a frame, instead it is JFrame. JFrame F is equal to new JFrame. Okay. F.add, F.add B. Set size, all those things are again needed. Set layout, set visible, etc. Then the most one of the advantage of Swing with AWT is there is no need for that function and all. Inside the JFrame, there is a method like this. See, set default close operation. It's again a built-in method. Set default close operation. See how they written the method. Major letters are capital. Set DCOL capital. Set default close operation. Within brackets again. Sorry, you have to by heart this thing. JFrame dot exit underscore on underscore close. This is actually a final variable. See, capital letters normally in Java they write the final variables as in capital letters. Final variables, you may know what is final variable. A variable which whose value cannot be altered. So set default close operation JFrame dot exit on close. So simply by creating the object Swing demo S is equal to new Swing demo. Okay, once again I want to remind you this main method you can write inside another class also, which is a better method. Okay. Just for demonstration, I am writing everything together. Otherwise, you will be confused to save the programs in different names again. So that's why I have written everything inside. See, so only addition is everything before every component you need to add a J. Then there is no need to write the window listener and all. So F dot set default close operation JFrame dot exit on close. Now let's see whether there is any look and feel. Like I claimed, we can see something. Java C Swing demo dot. Java Swing demo. I hope you understand the difference in look and feel. See, the button and all is having a nice look and feel. See, the look and feel is totally different. When I click, nothing will happen because there is no code written for event handling. See, the button looks different than AWT. AWT was a local button. This is a new pluggable look and feel. Of course, I can close the window. Okay, without any problems, I can close the window, and there is no need for any public void action. Sorry, that window closing and all. Only this line is needed. Set default close operation Java frame dot exit on close. Of course, this Java program involves a lot of by hearting. I don't know whether we can call it as by hearting. It's all about familiarity. We have to be familiar with the things. The common things that we are using, we should by heart. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now frame dot exit on close. So that's a simple Swing program. So the difference between Swing program and AWT is it provides some advanced features. There are some new components. Then they are lightweight components. They are more supportive to MVC architecture, etc. See, these are some of the examples of the components that are available in Swing, but those are which are not available in AWT. See, tree. This is called a tree structure. You might be familiar with this thing in Windows and all. Tree structure. See, this is a color selector. So there are components like advanced components like JTable is there, table, and then also tree structures. All these things are available in Swing program. Okay, so nothing more to speak about Swing. Then we'll wind up with one more example where an event handling is done with Swing. Swing demo event implements action listener. Okay, Swing also can implement action listener. Action listener is inside java.awt.event. Okay, so jtext build t is equal to new jtext build. A button. Okay. Then a constructor is there. Inside that, I am creating the object of the constructor. Then I am adding, see, all the things. Again, this is actually creation. See, f dot add t, f dot add b, f dot set size, layout, action listener is there. Then public void action performed action event d, t dot set text, hello ASAP. Same thing. This program is the output will be the same. But only thing is we have written it using Swing program, so the look and feel should be different. Okay. So the name of the program is Swing demo event. Java C Swing demo. Small and capital letters are very important. My Swing demo event is small letters. Okay. So Swing demo event. Java. Java Swing demo event. Okay. See. So when I click, this time a message is up there. Okay. So there are a lot of websites where you can see a lot of tutorial for Swing programs. So I would like all of you to do a calculator. For example, a calculator with the same exact look and feel. See, I will show you a calculator. Something like this you should create. You should create a calculator. All these are buttons. One is a button, 2 is a button, 3 is a button. All these are buttons. Okay. And one is the label which is inscribed on that button. So button B1 is equal to new button of 1. Button B2 is equal to new button of 2. So naturally, when we write code, you will think about creating an array of buttons. Okay. See, your logic should be developed in such a way. So you have creating an array of buttons. Then how to make this layout? Flow layout is not sufficient. So you have to search for layouts. So only there is a layout which is very much tailor-made for a calculator, which is card layout. You can have a card layout. So in card layout, you can keep all these things. Okay. Then there should be a text box or something where you need to display the thing. So when I click this one, when I click one should be displayed. So in the action listener interface, in the action event method, sorry, in the action performed method, you will write t1 dot set text. What b dot get action command, something like that. Okay, that you can search actually. So whatever is the label present in one, it has to be, that should be displayed in the text box. Or you can simply write t dot set text 1. When b2 is clicked, t dot set text of 2. So a calculator. You should try it as an assignment, a calculator. Okay, a real-time calculator can try using Swing or AWT. Okay, there are many examples available in tutorial point and all. Please have a look. I think, okay, I'll wind up this session. Any doubts?
So we have a question here. Java adapter class is used for the ease of implementation of listener class. So if a question is asked from this section, how should we answer? Do we have to use adapter class?
Can you repeat the question once more?
So once more I'm repeating. Java adapter class is used for the ease of implementation of listener class. So if a question QN, I think it's question, is asked from this section, how should we answer? Do we have to use adapter class?
Yeah, adapter class is for the use of code. For example, see, normally event handlers will have we have a source, we have an event delegation model. Okay, we will have a source and we will have a listener. The source is button is an example for a source. So when we click a button, some events will be there. So button, as far as a button is concerned, there is only click event. But when we see a window, there are 7 events are there. We can minimize it, maximize it. We can click out of the window. So a lot of functions. So there are corresponding functions. All those functions come under a listener interface. So window listener is the response. Window listener is an interface which is responsible for handling all these events. All the 7 methods window listener is responsible. But in our program, I want to implement only one method. But due to the rule of Java that I should compulsory overlay all the methods, I have to write all the 7 methods. To avoid that, we are using a adapter class. Okay, you have to use adapter class.
Okay, so we have another question.
I think he is asking specifically about university question. Okay. University question point of view, that adapter class is not that important actually.
Okay, sir. Okay. We have another question from Sharon. Is the command prompt case sensitive? It seems to work even if we switch cases.
Even if we switch cases, the command prompt will work, but you will not be able to run the program finally. Because if a swing comma event, if you are giving it like instead of caps, if you are giving small letter, whatever classes you have written inside that program, that will compile, but you will not be able to run the program finally.
Okay, sir. I hope the answers are clear.
Okay.
So,
Anyway, you send the questions to me, I will answer it more clearly and will say.
sure, sir. I will send the questions. There are more questions to be answered. Since there is a limitation of time, we are currently stopping now.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Sridh sir has given a wonderful session here. He took a great effort in preparing the session and making it so easy to understand. You're also having wonderful feedback for your session. Thank you so much for your time and patience, sir. Thank you so much.